Hello and welcome to another episode of the Opportunity Podcast. I'm your host, Greg Elfring, head of marketing over here at Empire Flippers. And today I am speaking with Niels, a good buddy of mine who just recently started an agency called HalfRamp, where he will run Google Ads to your affiliate offers. So it's a very funny story. I was talking with Niels on Facebook Messenger, and he was telling me he was doing this. I kept asking him all these questions, and I kept getting it wrong because I don't normally see people do affiliate marketing in this way because usually it tends to be pretty expensive. So it can hurt into your margins. Now, he's done a lot of interesting case studies, a lot of campaigns himself now that he's doing for himself personally that worked out really, really well. And now he's offering it as an actual agency service too. So we'll get into a bit of that. So we talk about Google Ads, we talk about YouTube organic, kind of where things are going in the affiliate space. What are people doing to have more longevity? What you can do if you're just starting out in this, pretty tumultuous time in the industry. And Niels is a great dude, full of awesome knowledge. So I look forward to seeing what you guys think. I'll stop talking here, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, I have my good buddy Niels here with me. Niels, welcome to the podcast. I think this is your second time on here. It's always good to have a returning
Second
face
time.
to the Empire podcast. For everyone that isn't familiar with you, though, why don't you introduce yourself and where you are in the world right now?
Yeah. Right now, I'm a Dutch guy living in Chiang Mai, Thailand. And I made a lot of money doing e-commerce affiliate in the Netherlands. And that's been going so well that I even wrote a book around it about affiliate models and new channels people can tackle. You are in it as well. People are in it. It's Google Ads, it's
I
YouTube.
hear everyone is saying the best part of the book is where I'm going on a long monologue in it. And I
Oh,
hear that mostly just from
you hear
myself.
that.
I'm sure other people have said that.
Oh, the voices in your head must be beautiful, correct? Very,
Just
very
so many
beautiful.
Niels.
Yeah. But to go back to that, so what happened at one time, what a lot of affiliate marketers have who do the niche site model, is the helpful content update. And we also got hit by it. Luckily, I got hit by two of them. The one was just a little hit, and then I already thought maybe I should diversify in other channels like Google Ads. And then when the second one hit us, already 50% of our revenue came from Google Ads. And then we just gave us an excuse to go all in on it. And now we're doing better than before. So I'm here to talk a lot about Google Ads, about the book and all the traffic channels people use and how SEO can go forward. And I'm also, next to that, active as I have an agency where we do the Google Ads for affiliate publishers. So if you don't want to learn about it, let us do it and we split the profit. No weird fee structures there. And I do YouTube affiliate marketing because it's also so close to the organic model, which I really like.
Awesome, man. Yeah, you and I were talking a bit about Google Ads and we'll get into it in this podcast. But for the audience, I kept guessing what Niels was doing. He's like, "No, you're wrong. You're completely wrong."
Yeah.
That's not what I'm doing. And so I was kind of blown away with what you are doing with that because it's not something you see very often, which we'll get into. But before we do that, before we get into the meat of this conversation, talk to us a bit about how you fell into all of this. Like, what was your entrepreneurial journey? What drew you into affiliate marketing? Like, how did that all happen?
Yeah. So I'm already with SEO since 19. I'm 29 now. And the reason is my stepdad used to be a digital marketing agency owner. He used to have some affiliate sites himself. So he steered me like, hey, what is SEO? And when I got my first marketing internship, I was like, I have this thing, I have a website. How do I know if it works? Oh, install Google Analytics. Oh, okay. Then I came back the next day, like, what the fuck is organic search? Like, oh, it's that. Oh, how can I do it? Oh, keywords. Okay, cool. Insert more keywords, you know? So that is basically how I got into it. And next to that, my mom is a copywriter and my dad is a marketing manager. So marketing goes through my blood. I discovered first growth hacking and I worked for very ambitious startups and scale-ups in the Netherlands who were well funded. And I started this website about sleep on the side. And I made very good results for the companies I worked for. You know, the first one was very happy with me, but then Corona came, so I had to get sacked. Second one, I grew their SEO traffic from 5 to 11 million with technical SEO optimizations. They already had like 500,000 pages, but they had 50 million in the index. So something was going heavily wrong there in 3 months. And then I got sacked again because I got into a burnout from working so hard. So I thought, you know what? My affiliate site's now already doing 10K a month. I'm going all in on that. And then the next year, thank God, it went from 10K to 100K. Then in between, we got these helpful content update. We completely switched to Google Ads. And now I have this profitable business. I'm trying to sell it. It's open for sale if people are interested. And next to it, I'm starting all these new ventures in affiliate marketing.
That's amazing. Your parents were already in the space. That must have been a
Yeah,
bit give you a little bit of advantage because I know a lot of people get into space. Like at first, there's always that belief or lack of belief, I should say. Like, does this really work? Is this real? Like, this is
yeah,
working. But it's funny how we sometimes follow our parents. Like, my dad was a real estate broker, and I'm a business broker, which is basically what he does, just with businesses, right? So,
great. That's great. Yeah,
yeah.
so much
Well,
to learn.
let's talk a bit about your book. So, I guess first, why did you write this book? And tell me a bit about it. Like, what's the purpose of it?
Yeah. So what I noticed being coming from the niche side model in SEO and going to all the SEO conferences. First SEO conference I went to, and I think we all also met there. It was SEO Mastery. I think it was 2022, 23 or 22. ChatGPT just came out, and 100 people were affiliate marketers. Most of the people had something to do with affiliate marketing. And then the helpful content update came, and it's kind of a therapy session, and everybody quits. And I'm like, huh? What? Well, I'm doing successful. I know all these other people, they're still successful. If I go to Affiliate World and see all these PPC guys, they're not talking about how much they made in a month. These numbers they spend in a day on ads, 50K, 60K, 100K just per day. So I thought, I don't get it. I see kind of something going wrong. All my network is quitting affiliate marketing. And I know all these people, they're unwavered about it and they're doing so well. Okay, there's a mismatch here. Then I just thought, let's write a book. It only will take me 2 weeks, anyways. So I got all the smartest minds together, also from very different niches and background. You're in it because I knew for sure Craig talks with so many people. He must have a really unique view on this. Other people are publishers, whether with the background in Facebook, in iGaming, in dating, also in Google Ads, SEO, parasite SEO, semantics, email marketing, and I'm probably forgetting some stuff as well. So to really give people like a menu card of like, hey, I know this old model, it doesn't work anymore. But look at all these other things. It's still possible. There's still a lot of ways to make it work. But yeah, the game's changed. That's all. But it's kind of inherent for affiliate marketing. In the past, it used to be Penguin, then it used to be Panda, now it's HCU. You always get slapped in the face, but that's part of being in the ring. Don't
Yeah.
cry about it and just change jobs, just switch techniques.
Well, to be fair, it's okay to cry about it, especially if you come to me and try to buy another business to get out of the situation. I will help you. I'll be your therapist. Buy an Amazon FBA business for me. It's fine.
BetterHelp. Use discount code GregEF.
No discount codes. Well, actually, I do offer buy one, get another one for the same price as the second business's price. So you can do
Oh,
that, buy
sick.
two at full price. Yeah, it's a pretty dope deal. But yeah, I like what you're saying, man. Even in the paid space, like I remember years ago, this is like probably over a decade ago, like the main game, ironically, was Google PPC, kind of what you're doing right now. But then Google changed their rules to where you couldn't like have an affiliate link. So then that's when everyone went to like bridge pages, right? To like send traffic to a bridge page and then to their affiliate link. And that got more and more complicated. So a lot of the affiliate world guys like, oh God, it's so complicated versus what it used to be. But yeah, that's like the nature of the game. I remember I'm forgetting his name right now, but he created one of the very first affiliate networks, like way back in the day. He still runs it. I think it's like Cash for Clicks or something like that. I've had him on the podcast, but I asked him, and this is before all this like SEO apocalypse of the affiliates. I asked him what he thought of SEO. It was like I very rarely see any affiliate network guys go after SEOs. And he's like, yeah, SEOs are great. It's just that they never have enough volume, so they're not very interesting to us. Because SEO is
Yeah.
a horizontal scaling versus
Yeah.
ads that you can do like deep vertical scaling, right? Like that's the thing that's always impressed me the most with paid media, which we'll get into. But You can just go so deep, so quick if you know what you're doing. It's wild. Like SEOs just can't compete, even in the heyday, couldn't compete with such volume. So I'm assuming that's like kind of what you saw too, is why you're like switching more to this paid media approach.
Well, the thing is with Google Ads and switching from SEO to Google Ads, you still are limited to the keyword volume.
Right.
So I don't have the same volume as them because the strategy they use, they often have mid of funnel type content and they go on Facebook or native. And then it's just everyone between 25 and 65. And because their content is well enough, they have a really big audience they can scale. So I still have the limitations of keyword volume, but the advantages that I have is I'm not worried about algorithms. You know, my incentives are now aligned with Google because I pay them. All the other
Right.
guys, the SEOs, they don't give shit to Google. You know, Google gives them stuff, and then they're like, "Oh, but you don't give me stuff anymore." You know, it's like a spoiled daughter. Like, "Oh, daddy, why don't you give me? Don't you pay the gas for my car?" You know, like, no, honey, just get your own gas. You know, so I feel more certain also for the future that these incentives are aligned. And then I can't wait for the products to be like, how are ads going to be in the AI overviews? How are ads going to be in the LLMs? What is Sam Altman going to do also with attribution? He mentioned once because he needs to incentivize content creators in some way. Like he's open to have affiliate links into the ChatGPT answers, for instance. So I'm definitely excited about what the future brings. Is it unknown? Yes. These companies themselves don't even know how to do it. But there are advantages to the advertising still with Google Ads. And that is one, it diversifies your traffic and the incentives are aligned, and you don't have these algorithm updates. So when everybody's tweeting again, someone like, oh, new algorithm update, I'm like, okay, fine. You know, CPCs are staying the same.
Yeah. I do think ads are a way more like less risky bet, especially these days, than organic SEO. Like even us at Empire Flippers, we got hit pretty hard with SEO with like blog content, right?
Yeah.
And like SaaS businesses been like we built our strategy. I always call it Greg's poor man's version of HubSpot's marketing strategy. So we like built our SEO on the back of a very similar strategy to them. And HubSpot lost like I think it was like 500 million in monthly traffic. So
Yeah, it's insane.
we weren't that bad, thank goodness, because I had switched a lot of our SEO to being very marketplace forward. So that kind of saved us. But yeah, like it's rough out there in terms of SEO. Like I do think paid media offers such better leverage. Like I know a guy, he built his whole flywheel and he runs basically an SEO agency, but how you would do it was like he would get the client's results instantly by just running Google ads first with the budget they gave him. And then he would get the SEO going with what would remain. And then once the SEO is working, he'd turn off the Google ads and then sell them on Google ads. So like that's how he got around like the like long cycle of producing results for someone
That
that's
is so
usually
smart.
plagues SEO, right?
Yeah. And it's the same type of visitor. It's the
Yeah.
same type of business, same keywords, same intent. There is one big difference, and we can go into that later. But yeah, it works. And that's why it's also so easy for SEOs to go to Google Ads. It's so alike. They can use the same pages. You can't use the same top 10 mattresses article for social media because nobody is in the market for mattresses and like wants to click on that, you know. But for Google Ads, definitely YouTube as well. YouTube is also organic. It's also a search engine. If it works well on Google, it can work well on YouTube.
So let's talk a bit about the logistics and the mechanics of this. So when you're running, and I want to get in YouTube too, but for first Google Ads, if you're running, let's say top 10, or you're a mattress affiliate, so you're saying run the article that would be the top 10 mattresses, like would write for normal SEO, but that's your landing page now for Google Ads. Is that right? Or
Yeah,
are you doing something
yeah.
special?
With Google Ads, I think it's a fundamentally different visitor because it's someone who doesn't scroll down and just clicks on the first result, even though it says ad and kind of know that people pay for it. So it's like, yeah, so they just click on the first result. So what it means, they want convenience. They just want the answer now. So what I do with difference for my SEO pages, I put all the links at the top. It's a very short intro. We checked all the desk chairs based on comfort, quality, durability, and ergonomics. And these are the best three. Then the overview table, and then the products. No, this is the author, no EAT, no, this is my research methodology. It's just products, 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 pitch, 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 and it's short and crispy. Because what I see in my data on the heat map is that 80% of the people, they already click in the overview table and then they leave and they convert. So all I did is have a short intro. This is the best overall product, check price, and these people are already converting, because they just want me to make the decision for them and do that research, and then they trust me. Whereas in SEO, it's very extended, who you are, what is your methodology, this is the product, these are all the features and benefits and how it compares and blah, 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 blah. These people are really spending time on your page. With Google Ads, way less so. So that is why if you do Google Ads, you can test with your SEO page at first, see already if it makes some money, but you will really double or triple your money when you have a specific lander for your Google Ads that is super, super conversion focused.
Yeah, so you're doing it much more like an advertorial than when you're sending Google Ads traffic to the article.
It's still listicle.
Still listicle.
Still, these are the top 10 matrices. And then I bid on best mattress, because for an advertorial, you would bid on a more mid of funnel kind of keyword. Yeah.
Gotcha. That's fascinating, man. I mean, that does make sense to me. I think the thing that surprised me, because you're doing this for physical products, right? Like e-commerce
Yeah.
companies, stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Ecom, I know it works for VPN. I'm playing with, and I've seen a lot of other niches in it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so this was part of Greg's missed guesses that I kept asking you questions on. But the thing that surprised me is usually when I see people run Google Ads to say an affiliate offer, is Google Ads are so expensive that it just basically becomes a wash with the affiliate commission. So often what I've seen other people do is like create like join my newsletter, and then the money actually comes on the back end with all these like warm up nurturing emails and stuff like that,
Mm.
but you're running them direct to affiliate links. So I guess
Yeah.
maybe it's a quirk of the Dutch market, or have you tried this in more English markets too?
I've also right now doing it for a guy I invest in. It's an e-commerce related niche in the US, and we're profitable from the
Wow.
first week even. So it definitely works. What you need is high commission deals, very conversion focused content, and yes, some niches like the VPN niche. Only a few players can do it because it's already so competitive that you need those very high payouts, the high CPA payouts, and they only give them to a few players as well because they know if they give it to more players, they don't have any money left,
Yeah.
and you're just out competing everyone, and they drive up the CPC prices. All my profit comes from the higher commission deals I have with people. That is my profit. I can literally see it in my P&L because we put them in a different bucket. That is like the whole profit margin. But then again, we have commission deals that are twice the market rate. So that's why we can still have a ROAS of 2 on our Google Ads spend.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was talking to a buddy. He runs an agency for e-commerce stores, and he does really well. He does paid media for them. But he was asking me like, why does this other group of meta advertisers like do so well versus like my students? Like, yeah, they're doing well, but not like this crazy like 150K per month stuff. I told him like because they're selling digital products, so you only need a ROAS of like 2 to succeed. Versus like e-commerce, right? Like if you have a ROAS of 2, like
No.
you might not be making money, right? You might
Yeah,
be
no,
losing
no, no,
money.
no.
But I guess that goes with affiliate too, as long as you get a high enough commission, which leads me to the next part. How are you setting up these commissions? Because these must be private deals, right? You don't normally see high commission on physical products.
Yeah. So there are multiple ways to get above market commission rates. The preferred way is a data-driven way. You have a page, again, let's say the best mattresses, and you can see based on your affiliate tracking software and the networks how much product revenue is going through that page. Now you can reach out to a new mattress company and say, hey, thanks to me, 50,000 euros in mattress revenue is being generated every month. I want to include you in my top 3, but the going rate is already 12%. And since you're new in the market, I want to offer you to have it number 1 spot for 15%, for instance. That is the ideal way. That doesn't always happen because you might be too small. or anything. So other ways you can do is just present your plans. Hey, I want to be as big as possible here in the sleep niche. I want to cover all the topics and I want you to be part of that. You can feed me with topics. I can have a newsletter and I can promote you there. And all these other marketing things that you can help them with. Because that affiliate marketing working for that company, they want they want sales, but they also want better brand, you know, and you as a third party saying positive things about them, that will really help. So the more you can envision it as well and say what your plans are and your investment, the better that will go. And then the third one, that is what Alex Goldberg also does in the book, which is very interesting. So he has already experience in the PPC niche. So he said, hey, I was in telehealth before and I made so much revenue for all these people. I'm now thinking about entering, let's say, the hosting niche, but I want you to front my ad spend. So then he gets $5,000, $10,000 wired, and he does a loan kind of. And then when he gets the commissions for them, he doesn't get paid out yet, but that will come out of that budget. So then he has his learning phase kind of covered with that budget. And it helps, especially for niches where companies are well funded, have great margins, or are just growing very much. And telehealth for him was one. If you do testosterone replacement therapy, these things have like a 50% margin or something. These companies are growing insanely. So they're willing for every creative way to acquire customers. And if you can do that on a performance basis, you just need some front and ad spend, they're willing to invest in you.
Got it. That's smart on getting them to front the advertiser spend. You brought up mattress a couple times. I knew a guy. He had a pretty big mattress affiliate site back in the day. He ended up selling it, but the mattress companies, they would literally run Google ads to his website. Like they would pay for the Google ads to send to his affiliate website. And part of their strategy was we wanted to be everywhere on page one on Google, but we couldn't be everywhere as our brand because they needed the
Yeah.
third party like validation, right? So he would get like when a Google update happened that hurt his organics, ironically, the people he was the affiliate of paying the ads to send to his affiliate links like helped him out. But yeah, so that's amazing, dude.
And these are, by the way, also strategies you can leverage. You can also say, hey, I have all these visitors on my site. Can I give you the data for my pixel? So you can target my visitors. Or do you want to run ads on my Facebook account? So you do it from my name. And then the deal is you send it to my individual review of your brand on my site, for instance. These are also ways that people know about, but they're still interesting for these affiliate
Oh
managers.
yeah.
And for you to increase a bit of revenue, you can either do it as a good deal, as a friend deal, or they just drive traffic to your page. But if they do it from your page to their site, they can ask a fixed fee or even the little percentage of the advertising spend.
The shared pixel thing that's been around for a while. I didn't know people were still doing it, but yeah, like I participate in deals like that where we basically use each other's audiences. Like we didn't pay each other. We just like they get a little bit of the EF audience, I get a little bit of their audience, and happy
Yeah,
days, right?
great.
So yeah, very powerful. Where do you see this all going? Like for the like, I guess the way I'll phrase the question is, with all the wounded affiliates out there now, what are the top 10% affiliates who are still making it happen? What are they doing different than the other 90%?
Yeah. So first of all, the top 10% they pivot because it's an integral part of the game. Whether it's SEO or to other channels or now with AI, you need to adopt. Secondly, is what you see in the market is, and that's also what the top 10% doing, they think more about modes. What are the modes I can have in the business? And because we're now longer and longer into time, the modes are getting higher. And that is why the game went from easy to medium, basically. What you see in Google Ads, your modes are your conversion rates and having that data, your monetization can be all these other tricks I told you, or the commission rates and exclusivity on those commission rates as well. For SEO, it's things like DR, authority, and brand, and yeah, basically site size, because the bigger you are, the harder it is to fall. And then for social media, it can be the audience you're building and your email list you have. These are the modes that make sure you are sustained by all these bumps in the road and that you literally have things that just can make money even in the future. even with other people entering your market, you already have these moats around your castle, so you're less hurt by it. And that's what just happened with a lot of these niche models, the niche site owners. You just target keywords with bland content and it ranked, and it worked. But now Google switched and a higher quality and you need a brand. So that just all, we're all filled it out.
So you're saying the top 10%, like the pivoting thing, that's obvious, especially with what's happening, but they're focusing more on building an actual brand now to, like, as you said, to overcome these moat issues.
Yeah. Yes, but not per se. I don't have a brand, but I have modes. But it depends on the channel. Brand is big for social media and SEO. Other things are big for PPC. Yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And in terms of like longevity, are you seeing affiliates doing anything different now? Like, are they more like I've been preaching from the pulpit for years, like always build an email newsletter, right?
Yeah.
And then when all this stuff happened, I started hearing all my SEO friends like, yeah, I think we're going to start focusing on building email newsletter. Like, dude, I've been telling you this for a year. So are you seeing more affiliates starting to do that to try to like hedge their bets a bit more for longevity?
Yeah. Very much. Very much. Because you kind of need to, both for the Google algorithm and because people learned the lesson. Now they have been slapped. They had all their eggs in one SEO basket, and then they got slapped and they're like, shit, I don't like this feeling. I don't want to feel like that anymore. So it's definitely a lot of diversification in that sense, but not all. You also see a lot of people that just thought, you know what, fuck it, I go into iGaming. I go in all the black hat niches, and if Google doesn't reward me when I did very good high quality content, but it was unfortunately only SEO focused, then I'm just going to let my ethical standards go and go into iGaming. Yeah, you also see
Burn
that.
and
So it's
churn and parasite SEO all the way.
yes, yes, exactly, exactly. AI girlfriend is a big one that a lot of people are doing as
Oh
well.
yeah.
So either way more audience building or kind of the churn and burn strategy.
Well, I'm obviously for the audience building, but I mean, you can build an audience around AI girlfriends. You can
A
combine
bunch
both
of
of your
wankers
passions.
around you, literally. God damn it. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, you're all about the audience building. You had a great part in the book about that as well. So I definitely recommend for people to read that.
I'm a big believer in audience. Like, there was this guy I met years ago. So I think it was one of my first speeches at Affiliate World Bangkok when I met him, or maybe right before, I forget which, but I met with a speaker and he did this whole thing on like how he drives ads to like buy this small ebook, and in the ebook is all the affiliate links. I thought it was a great speech, and I met up with him, I had a couple beers with him, and I asked him, how did you come up in the space? And he basically had a BuzzFeed clone, like Viral Nova clone. If you remember, like back in the day,
Yeah,
Facebook
yeah.
organic was just like rocketing through the
Wow.
roof. So you had all these like, you won't believe what Johnny Depp did to these five people, like stuff like that, right? So everyone in that game was focusing on just the ad arbitrage because that's how they made money, right? But he more or less replaced all the typical ad slots with like opt-ins to join his newsletter instead, where he would have even more like crazy celebrity gossip or whatever it was that he would send out to people, right? And so I asked him like, oh, so like you must not make any more money from that. So what are you doing? Because that model is like super dead.
Yeah,
That's been
yeah.
dead for years, basically, right? And he's like, no, man, it was so successful. I built a newsletter of 1 million subscribers, and now I just send out an affiliate link once a week, and I make like multiple six figures a year. Like,
Amazing.
damn, dude.
Amazing.
So many affiliates are so short sighted, right?
Yeah,
But like, so audience building, I think, is absolutely amazing. But a lot of people just don't focus on it. They're not thinking long term about it. So,
yeah.
well, I want to get into how do you, because I mentioned before, like at least with the physical products, the affiliate commissions tend to be lower, but it sounds like you're negotiating pretty good deals. How do you actually evaluate like what is the right affiliate offer or the right vertical for a marketing strategy like this?
Yeah. So it does depend on your strategy, right? If you're all about the audience building and your niche, then the user has to come first because they have no right to come back if you give them short term optimized offers, which make you a quick buck now, but then they're like, oh, I actually didn't like his recommendation. So then it's way more close to you. from your testing, what are the brands in the market, what do people want, and if my testing, if it's good or not. So there it is not so much about how do I find the right best paying offers. It's more what kind of products people are using and want and what should I recommend. So that's other. But if you're either in the PPC niche or you go for the churn and burn, then it's very much about the right offer. What I look at in a good offer is, do they have a good brand? Because then the conversion rates will just be a lot higher, right? You see that a lot in the mattresses, for instance. They almost exclusively buy from good brands because it's also a higher priced product. And you spend so much time on it that even though it's a very good mattress, if people don't know it, they're like, I'm not going to sleep on that and risk 1,500 euros on that mattress. But if they already saw a TV commercial from it, they're like, oh, yeah, that must be a good one. I've even seen these brands who started doing TV commercials and my revenue doubled from them, even though I didn't even change the position on my site. But I just thought, I literally said to my person that does the account management, like, what the fuck? How come they've been growing? Yeah, we did nothing. But I saw them on television, It's like, okay, cool. Yeah, people just convert so much more. So also depends on the price point, higher price point, more branding important, lower price point, less important. That's the first. Then just see if you can negotiate a higher commission with them. The listing is very important. So how their product is displayed, how much reviews they have, how much customers and reviews again. So yeah, indeed. So the offers, good listing, good brand, do they have a good payout or not? And then your data, you should also try it out. And then your data should tell you which one is bringing you the best money. Don't just look at total commissions made, but more the earnings per click. That's always a metric I use. So how much clicks did you generate to that product, and then how much commission, and divide one by the other. So you have a number, and then you can compare that earnings per click with other products on your page. Because it might be at the bottom of your page, but this click brings you €2 every time, and the top one, €1. Oh, maybe you should change it. So yeah, you just make a lot more money. Then the second thing is for the verticals. Right now, what are good verticals and also advised by people in the book is B2B SaaS and SaaS tools, iGaming, high risk, high reward, churn and burn, algorithm first approach. You have to have more experience for this in order to try it out because these iGaming companies are making so much money. It's crazy. Finance is interesting. There is some compliance part to it, but if you're an interest for it, we'll definitely advise it. Health and wellness, but then go more to like the expensive treatments or telemedicine and less to the $20 supplements. Nutra can be interesting because the commission percentages are so high. AI tools is very upcoming, and people also recommend dating or adult. But yeah, you always I won't enter that because I want my kid to know what I do. And I'm not going to show all the adult content that I am promoting,
All those
especially
niches
now.
are always the trifecta, dude. Every marketer wants you to get fit, wealthy, and date as many people as possible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of look good, feel good, make money, get paid, and get laid or something. That is the one basically that bring the most
The
money
feel
for
good is an
affiliates.
upsell after the look good, because like once they make you look good, like, do you feel hollow inside? This personal development course can fix it for you with one weird trick over here.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. It's also iGaming and dating nowadays are even competing because the iGaming companies they notice like, oh, all these people on these porn and adult sites, they are kind of the same kind of people who also like to gamble. If you spend all your day just on these sites, well, you're not really long term oriented, are you? Or you're maybe in a weak position, just all the soul, life energy came out of you and
Just gambling with the random adult videos you might see.
yeah.
Amazing, amazing. I mean, it does make sense. There's not that many places for gambling people to advertise usually, so
Yeah.
that is a ad network that is probably used a lot. Okay, so this all makes sense to me. These verticals do tend to have higher commissions, and like you said, you can negotiate private commissions with other people too, which I think is the real key. Like I've
Yeah.
had friends for years who've done only private affiliate deals, and they do almost always pay and perform better than like, off the shelf affiliate programs. Let's talk about traffic channels a bit. So we already talked about Google Ads, but you also mentioned YouTube. So what are you doing
Yeah.
on the YouTube front?
Yeah. Basically, I take the same content that works for SEO and I see my competitors doing in SEO and I publish it on YouTube. And it's a lot of fun for me because with Google Ads, it's less so about content depth. It's more about conversion, right products, commission deals, and the advertising algorithm. And with YouTube, it's all about the content quality again and that feedback loop of making better content every time. And since it's search focused, you also rank for certain queries and it's also a search engine. So you can have that same user intent focused content generation. What is also fun, I find, is it's all about the content, a little bit about the channel. There are some things you can do there, but with SEO, it's so much about technical side, so much about link building and all these side things for your authority, which I didn't really like. I just liked creating very good content. That is maybe also what helps me in Google Ads because I try to think way more from a user than just the algorithm, you know?
Yeah, I feel you on that. I've always joked I'm not very good. I was never very good at black hat SEO because I am super not technical and I'm way too lazy to learn. So
Oh,
like
yeah.
all
Yeah.
my SEO has been white hat, not because of any like ethical like screw the black hats, just because like hey, I know how to create good content and that works because I have a brand, right? Like, so yeah, I'm with you on the content marketing side with YouTube as well. When you're translating these reviews to YouTube, are you doing like, is this AI generated content in terms of like reading off your blog posts? Are you putting like some kind of extra production value into it? Talk to me a bit about like what the finished product looks like for a YouTube review video.
Yeah. So let's say it's best VPN. Then what you want to do is you want to really try to find more of an angle to a video. So then the title will be these are the fastest VPNs of 2025 and I tried them all. You can feel the difference. And then you go into the script writing process. And the script writing is just more of a combination between good social media, copywriting, and intent. So you have to make sure your hook is good and all the values in the start and what you're going to tell them, how much VPNs you tested, the difference they can feel, and what is important. And also, everybody talks about security, but that's actually not an issue. For instance, then people are like, okay, cool, intrigued, then I want to watch more. Then you need to have a delicate balance also in promoting the product but not too much or too long in a too boring way. The actor is very important too, that he keeps being enticing, keeps being engaged all over the place because people have just too short attention spans. Then you go into the content. Okay, I tried them all and I tried them all on these kind of things. This is my test results that I have. You have the graphics in there and everything. Then what's necessary is kind of re-engagement hooks as well, because you don't just want it to be like a bland, monotone blog post. You need to kind of re-engage them of like, oh yeah, and then I also this really surprised me, and I talk more about with the next one, which is actually even better. For instance, kind of a re-engagement thing. And then you just have a 3 to 5 minute video, which basically says the same in a more engaging way with a strong hook at the start, some hooks in the middle. And then in the end was just saying like, oh, this is the number one VPN. This is the best price VPN. And this is also a popular VPN that is good, excels in blah, blah, blah.
So you're doing only like 3 minute videos for these? I was under the impression it was going to be like at least 10 minutes for a lot of these
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah. 3 to 5 and to max 10, 11 minutes. Yeah.
Interesting. That's much shorter on average than I was expecting. Is this pure organic or are you doing YouTube ads as well?
Pure organic for now. We might do YouTube ads in the future.
Interesting. Yeah, we sold, this is a long time ago at this point, like 4 or 5 years ago when robo voices were the only type of voices, like text to speech, like speaking the
Oh, yeah.
bionic languages, and they made it successful, like with their YouTube review channel. Like it was just like that and like pretty bad, like slideshow, basically, like PowerPoint presentation. This is before all the AI tools, right?
Yeah.
But even that back in the day did work, though their videos were a little bit longer. They
Uh-huh.
tend to be more like 8 to 10 minutes, something like that, because they're also trying to get ad revenue. I think that's like the sweet spot for YouTube ad revenue is having 8 10 minute
Mm.
video. But yeah, that's interesting. So are you publishing more content now for the organic side to YouTube than say your traditional blogging? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, definitely. I like the game more and I see it more sustainable than organic blog content. Yeah. Even though also YouTube gets scraped by ChatGPT, all the transcript pretty heavily, but it just has more of a human touch to it. That's the main thing. What you do see, just like in your example, also YouTube is getting a lot more competitive right now. The bar of standard qualities just went a lot higher, you know? Then that's the whole affiliate game as well. Like you log into World of Warcraft, and instead of easy mode, it's now medium mode. That's the same for
Hardcore mode, you got one
affiliate.
life, Iron Man.
Iron Man, fuck. I never understood that people did that, but that's off topic. Yeah, just like in the whole game, it is getting harder. You do need actual skills now. There was also the thing with the niche side model, and why I think a lot of people quit. They followed this very standardized process brought on by multiple courses of successful people that made it work, and like, oh, this is how to do it. And then so many people did it. It was just overgrown. Just your whole garden is full of weed right now, and not the good weed. It's the annoying weed, basically. So yeah, so Google kind of had to do something, and they punished them all. If you're only dependent on SEO, then yeah, that was kind of a mark of like, okay, then you're gonna get smacked by the helpful content update.
Right. So let's role play here a bit for someone in my audience who might be brand new to the game. Maybe they have a few $1,000s, right? They're not looking to buy a business from me necessarily, but they want to sell one. Where should they begin in all of this? With all the chaos happening with SEO, you just said now you need skills. Like that's probably not like inspiring for them. It was
No,
just
no,
starting
no,
out,
no.
right? So what would you do with just a few $1,000s? Like you have some of your knowledge, but maybe not as much of your skills. How would you go about rebuilding?
Yeah. Everybody that I talk to that wants to do something with affiliate marketing has an affinity in marketing and has some marketing experience. So start there to choose what channel you're going to do. Oh, you're a great direct response copywriter. Do something with email marketing. You're an SEOer. Okay, do SEO. There's still options for either an SEO site and you go very much into brand building and other channels, or you go on the parasite SEO site. If social media marketing is your thing, do that. If YouTube video editing is your thing, do YouTube. So I'd start there because you need, like, it's medium skill level now. So you need some advantage over the others. And then starting with your skills really help. So for me, if I would lose everything right now as an SEOer who likes good content, I would go into parasite SEO. That is because parasite SEO would give me data. It's very more short term, right? It ranks a lot quicker. It gives me data also on what works. So I would do a lot of split tests as well. 5 parasites per site with 5 different link building tactics. So I can see kind of a sweet spot what works. Then I start to have more revenue for the offers that I'm promoting so I can get higher commission deals. I know the earnings per click for these offers. So then I can also make a good site for Google Ads. And then I have the earnings I made for my parasite SEO and I turn it into ad spend and then get a return on that. That is what I will do if I was to start again. And for others, again, start with your skills. But also, if you do something like SEO or other things, try to decide for yourself what is the type of game I want to play. Do I want to play the algorithm game that is more money in the short term, but you need to adapt very fast because you will get smacked by an algorithm update, and then you do have to reinvent yourself, and you do have to handle 60% or more revenue losses, and then try to get it back again. But it could be more profitable, it could be not. Or do I want to go into the brand building side and really put the user first, but also I have to learn other channels as an SEOer, which I see a lot of SEOs somehow have a problem with, of trying out new channels, which is a shame because I think at least Google Ads and YouTube is already very close to SEO. then the push marketing and the social media marketing channels are a bit further away. But if you have the content team, if you have the business, if you know what offers work, try it out. You're already more than halfway there. You know, you
Yeah.
just need to learn some new skills, or you hire someone from the competition or that already has done something with it. So that person can try out this new business unit in your affiliate company.
I think those are all great suggestions. I would add one more suggestion, which I think a lot of people don't talk about, but is kind of underrated path. If you're brand new, you really want to get into it, work for someone else. Like they'll pay you so
Ah,
you
yeah,
don't learn, right? Go get a job.
yeah,
Like I think, like agencies, for example, are often great places for a newbie to learn at scale because you're dealing with so many niches and so many problems that you get a lot more data than say like an in-house marketer usually would,
yeah,
just from across industries. It's kind of like me at EF. I see a lot of crazy niches. So like when someone asks me like what niche is the most profitable, I always say they're all of them are good. Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
there's not like some magic niche that's going to like turbocharge you. I mean, there are cases of that, but it's very rare. I wouldn't say that's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think those are all good answers, man. We're coming up on time, and I did want to ask you what I feel is a very important question for a lot of people in the audience right now, especially our fellow SEO friends. And that is, you've talked about being burnt out before and transitioning to a more
Yeah.
CEO mindset. There's a lot of people out there right now in the typical like niche affiliate space that probably are feeling the burnout depression quite hard. So what changed for you that helped you like transition into this kind of like new mental model for yourself?
Yeah, so when I got into a burnout, I just ignored all the signals of my body. One signal I had, I would wake up at 4 a.m. and I would already start to think about work. So I will just wake up and start working, you know. On a signal, I was super tired. I could actually should take a nap, but I drank more coffee or I took Ritalin, So and the third one, I had a very unfulfilling boss who didn't reward my good work. So I just got more and more frustrated. So I didn't even see the work that I did. I also couldn't see a more positive outcome. So I worked harder for something that is less fulfilling and I keep not resting. So I came into a burnout, unfortunately. What I do now is I try to listen more to these signals. It's whether you are tired, but also are things frustrating you? Certain type of work. For instance, I hate finance. Okay, just get an accountant in your business. Because the time you spend on that type of work, you not only hate it, so it takes you 2 times as long and it takes you 2 times as much energy. Someone also can do it better, and now you have something that gives you 2 times as much energy. It's both that things cost energy, but also they give you energy. So listen very closely to that. Listen to what frustrates you, to the people that frustrate you, but also the road you're taking with your company. There can be moments of time where you actually, you know what, I don't like the direction my company is going in at all. That can be something of your values you have, or maybe it's growing out of your comfort zone or the skills or anything you have. Could be the people as well. People is definitely a big factor. They make it a lot of fun or very, very annoying. So listen to all these things. And then what I do every Friday is kind of a weekly review. It's also a bit of an energy audit. What are the things I really liked? What are things I actually should put off my plate? What is the high leverage things I did? What are my wins? What are my losses? So I do have that feedback loop of like, oh, okay, this needs to change, you know? So that these are the things that help me. And the thing that everybody who has ever been in a burnout just notices as well is like you're so much more aware of when you're actually tired, because somehow before you just completely ignored it. And now I'm saying like, oh man, I'm tired again. But instead of taking more Red Bull, I just like, you know what? I should close my laptop today and have a walk, you know?
Yeah, I think that's all good advice, man. Burnout is a very insidious thing. So
Yeah,
I wanted to ask that question because I know there's a lot of that happening right now in the industry. But now that we're coming up towards the end, I do want to go into the rapid fire section. So I'm going to have three quick questions for you. You give me three quick answers. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Look at that. You already answered the first one
And
so
that's
quick.
yeah, yeah. Two more.
Too funny. All right. First question. What is the best hidden growth opportunities in the affiliate marketing space today?
I'm gonna say YouTube, Parasite SEO, and Google Ads.
It's very surprising considering what this episode has been about.
Yeah.
I tend to agree, especially on the ads front. I'm a big fan of ads. What tools or resources can people use to help grow their affiliate business?
Yeah, get affiliate tracking software like we can track. That is the you need to know all your revenue numbers, what pages, what offers, what advertising campaigns, what traffic sources. You need to know that. Second thing is for affiliate site owners who made a lot of money with SEO is my agency, framp.com. I'll put a link in the show notes. We are now doing Google Ads for SEO publishers who want to diversify their traffic and just outsource this purely on a profit split basis, so no upfront costs.
I'm glad you mentioned your own agency because that question is designed to give the guest a little bit of ability to self promo there. But some guests are too shy, so then I have to promote your thing. This question
I
is
was
for
like,
your
Greg, come
business.
on, when are you giving me this opportunity?
Don't
Doing
you
all this
want
shit for
customers?
free?
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right. Hardest question, but most important question. If you can't answer this one well, I probably can't publish this podcast. So no pressure. But what has been your funniest moment since you started working in the affiliate industry?
Yeah, so I started with a sleep website and two very interesting patterns that I saw. The first one is it was always by far the highest traffic day and time was Sunday night. Sunday night, 11 p.m. Because people couldn't sleep on Sunday night at 11 p.m. because they were dreading the week ahead. So at 11 p.m. then they start like, oh, maybe I should get a wake up light or a better mattress. You know, I also noticed that people always try to solve their problems with products. Like I tried to sleep courses, I tried all the tips. People were not looking for it. No, I want the product that solves my solution. Fine by me. And the other thing was very much in the beginning. I linked to bol.com, which is kind of the Amazon of the Netherlands. I looked at my commissions, I saw everything I recommended, and then I saw a vibrator. I was like, what the fuck? A vibrator? Fuck. I thought my site is being hacked. So I went through my site. What content writer puts a vibrator? Is this some kind of sick joke? I was looking, and then I was like, wait a minute. Oh, everything they put in their shopping basket, I get a commission for. So that conversion is also attributed to me. And of course, if people are on the site in 11 p.m. and their husband is in the shower, they're like, oh, actually, maybe this will make it good tonight. So yeah, that was also a funny moment.
I can relate to that moment. Like many years ago, when I was still in the oil field, actually, I had this little affiliate website. I didn't know anything about trademark back then, so I was using the domain Dungeons and Dragons with like another word on it because I had an old D&D website, and I was basically an affiliate site for high end D&D dice, and which is a terrible niche because D&D dice is like $10, $20. Don't recommend it, but for the funny thing, I actually made a little bit of money because a lot of the D&D nerds, they would go and buy like high end gaming computers as well, right? So
Oh,
I would get that
nice.
tracking record. But funny enough, I like someone bought these Bone Dragon dice, then these high end PC, and then like three dildos. So, like, man, this guy's going to have such an interesting night. When
Yeah.
all this stuff arrives, like the possibilities here are endless.
Oh, the punishment for
So
losing that game. I do not want to know about that.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's always a fun part of internet marketing, seeing what else your customers are buying. But hey, man, it was such a pleasure having you on here. If someone wanted to, connect with you or check out your agency or any of the above, where should we send people?
Yeah, the agency is at framp.com, fframp.com. I have my own personal site, nielsay.com, where I also publish blog content and especially more into the future. And the best way to reach out and connect with me is on LinkedIn. I both post content around affiliate marketing or just to shoot me a message or a question. I'm always open for it.
Awesome, man. Well, I'm so glad you came back on the podcast, and I think we'll be seeing each other at an event coming up soon. So looking
Oh,
forward
for
to that,
sure.
man.
We're both, I'm seeing at Chiang Mai SEO and
Yes.
speaking. So
I
it's
hear
going to be
you
good.
are you're introducing as the MC. You're introducing Niels, which is
Yeah.
yourself. So
Yeah, I'll be
that's
speaking and I'm
interesting.
seeing it the same day. I so much funny opportunities I can do. I'm really going to sit down well for it. Yeah.
Well, we'll mastermind together on what we should do then. But yeah, man, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
It's good to be back, Greg. See you.
There you have it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it got you inspired at all the different things that are happening in this industry. And of course, if you just want to buy a highly profitable business, you can always go to empireflippers.com/marketplace, or maybe you want to make an exit of your highly profitable business, and you could go to empireflippers.com/sell your site. I've been your host, Greg. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you leave a review, give us a like, a follow, share it across social media. Talk to you all soon. See you on the next episode.